What are some common barriers to generous listening in the workplace, and how can they be overcome?
Sorry, I missed the beginning. I didn't hear you.
What are some common barriers to generous listening in the workplace, and how can they be overcome?
So barriers to listening are plenty. Research from my lab suggests that one barrier is the false fears of managers that if they listen, they lose their status in the eyes of their subordinates. They are only half correct about this fear. Humans have two ways to attain social status, and the drive for social status is universal. People can attain status by being manipulative or violent and using politics to improve their status. They do it through inducing fear in other people. If you don't do what I ask you to do, something bad will happen to you, or something good will not go your way. But people can also achieve status if they have a skill that everybody is interested in. If you are a great carpenter, or a singer, or an actor, or a soccer player, you may become a billionaire, not because people are afraid of you, but because you have something to offer that people desire. And what we found is that if you listen well, people will not be afraid of you. So you will lose your status that is based on instilling fear in others. However, if you listen to people, they will desire to be in your company, and they will elevate your status based on prestige. And what I tell my management students, you don't have to listen. You have to choose. How do you want to move up in the world? By instilling fear in people, or by instilling desire in people? Now, some people do a fantastic career through doing fear. But then ask yourself the question, what is the price that you will pay? How will your children at home treat you when you're old? How will your spouse treat you if this is the way you treat other people? So this is one barrier for listening. Another barrier is that sometimes people speak in a way that is very difficult to listen to them. They may irritate you, they may talk over and over and over and over and over about the same thing. And you may feel inside, enough, shut up already. And then you need to learn the skills, how to help them say what they really mean to say, rather than repeat the thing they got used to repeat. And there are many barriers, but I will count one, maybe the most important, that the psychologist Carl Rogers noted some 70 years ago. The real obstacle to listening is your fear as a listener, a fear of being changed. Because if you honestly listen to other people, you will have to change. And I will give you an example. I had managers who were trained with me, and I sent them to listen to subordinates that irritated them, and even one of them was about to fire one of the subordinates. And I just asked them to ask a question, to listen and listen and listen. So one subordinate that was constantly being late to work, and the boss thought that he doesn't care about the work anymore. When he listened to this subordinate that was with him for years, he discovered that he has young children, his wife is sick with cancer, he's running between the hospital and taking the children to daycare, and is struggling to do the most honest work that he can. And he loves his work, and he's all committed. The manager was stunned. Another manager, a similar story. Said, I didn't understand why one of my workers every week leaves early one day of the week. And because of the course I took with you, I went and listened to her, and I discovered that she has a retarded sibling. And she and her other family members take turns in taking care of this sibling one day of the week. And the manager, a senior manager, was telling me, I was ashamed. I'm her direct boss for 3 years. I didn't know.